Hello and welcome to the Witching Hour, only on the Creepy Vault. Here we tell ghost stories and hauntings and things that go bump of the night, the strange and unusual, all that stuff. And tonight we've got a good old ghost story for you from Bear Lake, Utah. An encounter with a girl ghost that someone had in their hometown near Bear Lake. Let's start. I still remember the exact time because my sister wouldn't stop checking the clock. 11:42 p.m. We were up at Bear Lake for the weekend, staying in that old house our uncle rented, the one sitting alone past those dry, open fields. Even during the day, the land looked wrong. The grass wasn't just dead. It looked like it had been drained of something. By night, it was worse. "Stop staring out there," my sister Emily told me from the bed. "You're creeping me out." "I'm not," I said, even though I was. The window in our room faced those fields. No trees, no fences, just pale, flattened grass stretching out into darkness. 11:47 p.m. That's when Emily went quiet. I turned to look at her, but she wasn't looking at me anymore. She was staring past me, at the window. "Do you see that?" she whispered. I didn't want to turn around. Something in her voice made my stomach drop. "See what?" "There's someone out there." I laughed at first, just a quick nervous breath. It's probably a shadow or... "No." She cut in, sharper now. "She's standing there." That word, she, hung in the air. Slowly, I turned toward the window. At first, I didn't see anything, just the field. Then my eyes adjusted, and I saw her. She was standing too still. That's the first thing I noticed. Completely still, like she'd been placed there. Her dress was white, but not clean, dull and gray at the edges, hanging loose like it was soaked and dried 100 times over. Her hair, it was long and dark, stringy, hanging forward so thick it swallowed her face in shadow. I couldn't see her eyes. I couldn't see anything where her face should have been. "Why isn't she moving?" I whispered. Emily didn't answer. 11:51 p.m. That's when she took a step. It was slow, careful, and then another. She wasn't walking normally. It was like her feet barely lifted, dragging through the dead grass. And that's when I saw them. Her toes, they were wrong, dark, wet. Even from that distance, I could tell there was blood, thick and smeared across her feet, like she'd been walking for miles over something sharp. "Oh my," Emily said under her breath. "Her feet! She's coming closer," I said. And she was, step by step, closer to the house, closer to the window. We couldn't move. I don't know why. It felt like the air in the room had turned heavy, like it was pressing us into the bed. 11:54 p.m. She stopped, right at the edge of the yard, just standing there again, waiting. The wind outside picked up, but her hair didn't move. Nothing about her moved, except, "I think she's looking at us," Emily whispered. "She doesn't even have a face," I said. "I know," she said. "But she is." I felt it too. That awful sinking certainty that whatever was behind that curtain of hair knew we were there. 11:56 p.m. The glass tapped. Soft. Just once. We both flinched. "She's not close enough," I said quickly. "She can't tap," this time louder. We both stared at the window. She was closer. I don't know how. She hadn't walked. I would have seen it. But she was closer now, just a few feet from the glass. Her dress hung limp, her head tilted slightly to one side, and her toes, they were pressed into the dirt right beneath the window, bleeding, fresh. Tap. Emily grabbed my arm so hard it hurt. "Don't look at her feet," she said. "Why?" "Just don't." But I already had, and I wish I hadn't, because for a second, just a second, I thought I saw something moving in the blood, like it wasn't just dripping, like it was spreading on its own. 12 a.m., midnight. The tapping stopped. Everything went completely silent, even the wind. And then she lifted her head, just slightly, just enough that the hair shifted. Not fully, not enough to see her face, but enough to show there was something underneath, something darker than the night around her, something that wasn't right. Emily started crying. "Don't open the window," she said over and over. "Promise me you won't open it." "I won't," I said, but I couldn't look away. Neither of us could. 12:02 a.m. She leaned forward, and for the first time, she touched the glass. Her hand was pale, too pale, the fingers long and thin, pressed flat against the window, like she was testing it, waiting, inviting. "Go away," Emily whispered. "Please, just go away." The girl didn't move, didn't react, just stayed there, listening. 12:05 a.m., and then just like that, she was gone. No footsteps, no sound, no movement, just empty field again. We didn't sleep that night, or the next. And when morning came, we ran outside to where she'd been standing. The grass there wasn't just dead, it was blackened, like it had been burned from underneath. And right below the window, there were footprints, bare, small, leading up to the glass, and none leading away. Well, I hope you enjoyed that ghostly tale, only here on the Creepy Vault, joining with me on the Witching Hour. Again, I want to remind you, spooks and those that are into horror, don't forget to like and subscribe on my channel, The Creepy Vault. And until next time, stay creeped out, my friends.